Hello and welcome back to Resident Evil the board game. Tonight we have a special episode for our 8th chapter in our campaign as we go to 2nd floor EC and have our first boss encounter with the deadly Yawn, which in hindsight doesn't sound so deadly when it's named Yawn. For those familiar with Resident Evil, which I'm assuming is most of you, Yawn is of course the giant infected serpent that lives in the attic of the mansion. So, as you can see from our inventory, we are kitted out for war because this is pretty much the only thing we got here on the map. We've got our little battle arena here. So we have got our Master of Knifing, we've got our handgun, we've got our shotgun, which the handgun is at full, the shotgun is at full. Our grenade launcher, which we got last time, is at 4. Our flamethrower is at 8. We have grenade rounds to refill the grenade launcher, 2 first aid sprays, and 2 of our red-green herb mixes, filling up our inventory completely. We are at full health. Yawn has 30 hit points, but we've got some stuff we'll have to get into with it. So, 2nd floor EC. The door opens to a dusty and long disused attic, ancient brown cobwebs covering nearly every surface. The air hangs heavy and musty, but thankfully without the bloody copper wash you've become all too used to. You scarcely take 3 steps in when the sinister hiss breaks the silence. Suddenly a monstrous snake slithers in from an open window in the eaves, its trunk impossibly long, scales punctured with hideous tumor-like growths. So large is the creature, despite the speed at which it moves, it still takes several long and terrifying moments to squeeze its full body through. As it rears its head and lets its mouth yawn open, you see only death awaiting. In this scenario, the characters must drive off Yawn. If Yawn is removed from the playing area, the player successfully completes the scenario. Special rules. The first encounter. During this encounter, use the Yawn reference card. Shuffle the Snakebite, Coiled Grasp, Slither, Venom Spit, Rapid Lunge, and Body Slam behavior cards together, then place them face down to create Yawn's behavior deck. The remaining Yawn behavior cards are not needed during this encounter. Finally, place the Yawn direction card next to the deck, which is this one here. Driving off Yawn. Each Yawn behavior card has a threshold value in the bottom right-hand corner. If a card is drawn with a threshold value equal to or higher than Yawn's health dial, which again, starting at 30, after resolving the card, remove it from the deck. Then roll the black die. If the result is equal to or greater than the number of remaining behavior cards in the drawn discard piles combined, or as the umbrella symbol, Yawn has been driven off and the scenario has been successfully completed. There are 6 cards in this deck, which instead of drawing tension cards in a boss fight, we draw from that, but it reshuffles when it goes around. So, depending on how lucky we are, we could, the first time we have to roll the black die for that, we could wind up getting rid of Yawn immediately, or it could be a long, drawn-out fight. After completing this scenario, draw an item C card and place it in the item box. Yawn has limited vision. When Yawn attacks, it will always attack a character in the center square if possible. So it would like to attack somebody right there if it can. As you can see, Yawn takes up a wide range of spaces there. It's got 4 spaces that covers. Moving Yawn. This expansion includes Yawn, a terrifying snake boss with unique move mechanics. Unlike other bosses, Yawn's movement is measured in corners rather than squares. The direction of this movement is determined by a direction card. At the start of an encounter featuring Yawn, place the card in the clockwise side facing up. When Yawn moves, it moves directly towards the corresponding corner, entering multiple squares until it reaches its destination. If Yawn's behavior card specifies it moves multiple corners, it moves to each corner sequentially until it has moved the corresponding number of corners. Some cards require Yawn to move diagonally. If Yawn moves diagonally, it enters multiple squares as shown below until it has reached the diagonal opposite corner tile. So like if it was here, then it would go across to there, like if it told it that. Other things for boss scenarios, as this is our first one in this game. Bosses don't perform reactions, they can't be pushed. If one or more models block a boss's movement into a square, place the boss in the destination square and resolve a push against all other models in the square. Which I believe if it pushes... Yeah, it doesn't do damage, but it moves the other characters into an adjacent square, unless the movement says that it did damage to someone. When the boss suffers damage, record down the boss health dial by counting down stat using wound tokens. Players don't fail and can still complete the scenario if characters may uncom. That doesn't apply to us because we're playing solo. And in solo mode, the second encounter with Jan would have its health lowered by 10. But in the first encounter, there is no change whatsoever. So, we want to do as much damage to Jan as we can, while also staying out of its way. So we start right in this square that we're at here. Jan is, with its first movement, assuming it only gets one movement, it's going to move into the square. So we are going to want to move a little bit away as well. So, assuming it doesn't get diagonal, which would suck. Let's move. Luckily, we've got line of sight to it pretty much every which way. A grenade launcher is going to be our friend here because it's going to deal our most damage. So we are going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. Because that's going to hopefully give us a lot of time before it reaches us. At least 2 rounds, hopefully. And then we are going to spend 1 grenade round. Taking this to 3 to attack. Which, that's our damage symbol, which is 3 damage. That's what I like to start off with. So Jan has gone from 30 to 27. So Jan's card is Snakebite. Move Jan 1 corner. So Jan goes there. And then it makes an attack to everything within range 1, which is nothing. So we don't have to worry about that. See, that was what I'd like to see. Which, I mean, range 1 for it is everything adjacent there. Okay, so yeah. It can't attack us, even though its range is very wide there. But its threshold is 20, which we're only 27, so we can't yet attempt it. We can't yet get rid of that card. So, brings us around to the next one. We will go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to take another shot, taking us down to 2 grenade rounds left. And we completely miss. Okay. Body Slam. Jan's collision attacks this turn are medium base instead of small base. Move Jan 2 corners. So 1, 2. We are just outside of its range. Okay. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to spend another grenade round, taking us down to 1. Which is a push, which is still 2 damage. So that takes him down to 25. Slither shit. Move Yawn 4 corners. 1, 2, 3. If Yawn's movement caused one or more collision attacks, which actually, where did it mention the collision attacks? Okay, so collision is that as soon as it enters our square, we get pushed into an adjacent square that's free. So we're going to go here. So that was 3, and then 4, it goes there. After it resolves its movement with that, we have to make an evade roll against this attack profile, which is we need a small evade, or we take 1 damage. So we got it. And then if Yawn's movement caused 1 or more collision attacks, don't resolve the attack below. So that makes it the end of Yawn's turn. We definitely aren't at that 7th threshold yet, so we are going to move we are actually just going to do this. We're going to go 1, 2 to use our grenade rounds to reload the grenade launcher from 1 to 5. Then 3, we're going to take that down to 4. Okay, blast. Which for the grenade launcher is our nice 3 damage. So that takes us down to 22. And then for our 4th action, we're going to make 1 more attack, taking us down to 3. Push, so only 2 damage, but that still takes us down to 20. So we may actually be able to get rid of a card here in a second. Nope, Venom Spit. Move Yawn 1 corner. Resolve the attack below against each character and 1 of the 4 corners diagonally opposite. Okay, so in one of these corners, which we are not in, thankfully. So, another bullet dodged. Okay, so Yawn hasn't turned around yet, so I'm still kind of worried that he might do that. Because he's only got 2 cards left in the deck right now. Let's go ahead and take a risk, and I'm going to move here. Actually, no, I'm going to move here. And then we're going to make 3 attacks. So attack number 1, taking us down to 2. We do 2 more damage. Attack number 2, taking us down to 1. Do 2 more damage, we're at 16. And final attack, emptying the grenade launcher for now. We do 2 more. Okay, so we're at 14. So hopefully, again, we'll probably have to wait for it to cycle through the deck before we can start getting rid of some of them, but yep, rapid lunge. 1, move 2 corners. 1, 2. That was a risk, and it backfired. Okay, so everybody within 1 square has to make a medium evade or take 1 damage and get pushed. And then we flip Yawn's direction card, and he starts going the other direction. So we got large evades. Jan is now going counterclockwise, which will save us a bit of room. Okay, so that was Jan's turn. Well, seeing as we have this unusual opportunity where Jan is right next to us, we can try and use Master Knifing. So we're not going to move, we're just going to attack 4 times. So 1, no damage, 2 damage. So that takes him down to 12. 3, push, 4, push. Okay, so we took him down a little bit. Okay. Coiled Grasp. Attack blow is resolved against each character in the center square. Nobody is there. So, Jan doesn't move. So we emptied out the grenade launcher, but honestly, this is going pretty good for the first boss fight. We haven't taken any damage, knock on wood. We've almost got him down that we'll be able to start getting rid of cards here pretty quick. Okay. So again, we're going to knife. 1, push, 2, push. Yeah, those are pushes. 3, 1 damage. I'll take it. 11, 4, no damage. Okay. Slither, move 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are going to take... Oh, wait. Because moving this way... Oh, no, it would have moved past. So, yeah, we could get moved there. Okay. We have to make an evade, which we do. This is 7 for the threshold, so we still don't get rid of it. Okay. So 1, 2 to knife. We do a damage. Takes us down to 10. 3. Do a damage. Takes us down to 9. 4. Do a damage. Takes us down to 8. You know what? I'll take those. Venom Spit. Okay. So it attacks that corner. Nothing there. We get to remove that one. And... result is equal to or greater than the number of remaining cards. So if it's the umbrella symbol or 5 or 6. Which it's not. Okay, so Jan has not been driven off yet. So, yeah, action 1, stab it. Nope. 2, 1 damage, takes us to 7. 3, takes us to 6. 4. And that's another push. Okay, so Coiled Grasp. Resolved against characters in the center square. Nobody's in the center square. It's got a 4 threshold, so we can't get rid of it. This one, however, you can't get rid of by taking its health down to 0. That's kind of the sucky thing, but... push. 1 damage, taking us to 5. 1 damage, taking us to 4. And 1 damage, taking us to 3. Almost guaranteed to get rid of the next card. Snakebite. Jan moves 1 corner. And we actually get rid of that. And we make this, which we needed, yeah, 4 to 6 or 1. So Jan is driven off. Not bad. We emptied out the grenade launcher doing it. So draw an item C card, which at this point is only going to be one of the death masks. It's the Moon Death Mask. And there we go. We have completed our first boss scenario. Mansion danger level goes up by 1. We don't have to worry about corpses. We don't have to worry about zombies. We don't have to worry about key items. Move the grenade launcher back up to 2. Flamethrower gets to go up to full. Shotgun was already full. Handgun was already full. We took no damage, so we don't have to worry about healing. And there we go. That's how it goes. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying it. Next time, we will be doing first floor East B, which is going to have our final death mask token in it. And then after that, we'll be going into the crypts to deal with the next boss, which is the Crimson Head prototype. So we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.